not.
No.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Tanya Melvin Shadley, and
Me, Melvin. Oh,
it's Couples Conversations. We are joined with the beautiful Mays couple, Andrea and Amar Mays. Couples Conversations. We may have another couple joining us on tonight, but we are here. We are live. Thank you all for tuning in with us for Couples Conversations.
we are here.
We are here. We are here. I still got Suluku Jr. in my brain. Thank y'all for your patience as we've been navigating TRS Kids Land with getting the kids through their production. Very successful production that they had back a few weeks ago. So we're very excited about that and their red carpet. But tonight, it's about the adults. Grown talk. So, how have you been, Maid's crew?
We're good. I'm throwing thumbs up. Yeah.
Good. Okay. So again, if you all have any comments or anything as we're chatting it up tonight, make sure you comment in the chat. We'll make sure we try to catch those comments and respond accordingly. So tonight's conversation is about values. Okay. So all of our questions are about values. Okay. So first question of the night. Would you rather acquire material things or experiences? I can go first if y'all need a chance to think about it.
You want me to answer? You answer.
Yeah, you answer.
It's always going to be experience because the reason for experience is because, you got to stay, we didn't have a lot coming up as our generation. Our parents did what they can do, working and everything. But, we got our local experiences, but we didn't get our like state-to-state experiences, going out to the cruise experiences. So experiences mean a whole lot, especially when you have kids and you want to share that with them so they can keep that for a long time. So experiences become more viable to us.
Okay, and I see we have the wonderful Thompsons in the house. Welcome to Couples Conversation. Woo,
Yo.
What's going on?
Hi, everyone.
So listen, I'll let them introduce themselves a little bit, but give a little bit of history. I've known Emily for years and years. We've been performing together. I was blessed to produce a couple different productions that she was also a part of, and then help with some projects that she was working on as well. Actress, director, honey, getting it in, honey. And her wonderful husband. They have a beautiful family together. And I was also, my band performed for his 40th birthday in the backyard at the house. Man, we had a ball that night. And I will tell you, I will share this. When I tell you, when my music director, when Sherrod was like, because Lance kept inching his way kind of close to where the band was. Like he was dancing, he was chilling. He was like, thanks, he was appreciating the birthday love. Well, a little bit at a time, he kept inching his way. So Sherrod was like, well, come on, if you're going to, you're going to play, then come on. He was like, don't even tempt me because I will go grab my drum right now. He was like, well, go get it. Then I tell you, Lance beeline for that crib so fast. He was like, oh, say less. He pulled the drums out. He was like the kid in the candy store. He was in the zone. So again, always a blessing to have them here. Such beautiful souls, beautiful couple, beautiful family. So y'all let us know who y'all are, well, a little bit more about who y'all are, how long y'all been married together and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. My name is Emily, and the king calls me Oshunyemi. And by day I work corporate, but by night I'm all things actress, and also a certified yoga and meditation instructor, and then and mother and wife and all of those good things. But most of all, I'm just a tree hugging barefoot hippie.
I love it. Yes. I love it.
Well,
how long have y'all been married? Well, Lance, tell a little bit about yourself and then how long y'all been married.
Okay. Well, my name is Lance. People call me comedian Lance Thompson. Been doing comedy for it'll be 16 years this year. Drummer. I like to play all types of drums, djembes, bongos, conga.
He funny as shit, y'all.
any type of drum, I'm with it. just spread my acting wings, messing with the Queen and the organization Atum Pine. So I did a couple plays. And yeah, got a lot of kids, got a beautiful wife.
A lot of kids.
And,
that's why we're about to toast up.
That's right. Pour that there.
Hey.
And yeah, we've been married. We're going on 2 years.
2 years. Yep, we got married 10/10/2020. We've known each other for 10 years. Actually, we met at the Chattahoochee River. Yep. We've known each other for 12 years. Yeah, we met at the Chattahoochee River when we both were living in Atlanta. He was playing the drums. I just was doing my hippie thing, and we connected and danced all night till the sun went down. We never saw each other again. And then 10 years later, we're married, big blended family, 8 children total. And yeah, we're here 2 years in, and it's a beautiful day.
I love it. Beautiful segue. So Omar and Drea were just letting us know we're talking about values tonight. And the question was, would you rather obtain, materialistic things or experiences? And Omar was sharing for him, he would always rather have experience just because growing up, whatever the background is, but his personal experience may not have had those things that he was able to get out to the community or get out in the world or whatever to go see, do the finances or whatever. So we're interested to hear what you all's experiences are, or what your feedback is in regards to experiences versus materialistic things.
Oh yeah. I always say the greatest thing that we can do every day is to make memories, and whether that's the super good times, the time that's planned, but even you find the memories in the things that are not planned and the seemingly not good things, you still find the memories there. And then hopefully you take that and you can laugh about it later. And so, yeah, definitely making memories for me, the experiences over material things, because they, material things don't last, but the memories stay with you, at all times. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm mixed.
Oh.
I'm a little of both.
Me too.
I like a little material, and sometimes material help with the memories. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
So it's like I like to dabble in both. You know what I mean? Not extreme in one or the other, but yeah, material things help the memories stay with you. You know what I mean? If you don't have a material phone, you can't keep the memory. You know what I mean? So
you can keep the memory here.
I'm just saying it helps.
Yeah, little glass.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Melvin legit said that he was like, yeah, remember that shot glass? I was like, oh yeah, it do bring up like certain things. Like, it did bring that back.
That's right.
Right. It made me recall that a little quicker.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that much material for me, but if it must, then it has to be top tier quality.
Yeah. I ain't talking about no boat or yacht or plane, but like a T-shirt, like remember that?
Yeah. That's what we those memories,
Okay, we'll give you both.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Here's the next question. In what scenario, if any, is it okay to lie?
Start crawling on that table.
Your spouse or to in general, like.
Oh yeah, I think
to save your life. Like if somebody walk in the room with a gun and they're like, "Yo,"
conversation, but yeah,
to save your life or the life of your family.
I'm with you, Ms. Names.
The lie will come so quick. No. What? I will change accents in the middle of the lie. I will go somewhere. For my family, I will
turn that on real quick, right?
Save the babies.
Yes, exactly.
You play it that way, I agree.
Yeah.
Life or death situations, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I do not know what she is. Yeah, she is not here. I don't know. I do not know. Get out of here. I don't know her.
Now, wait a minute. He did not just sound like that. We doing what we gotta do. Do what we gotta do.
Right. Yeah. To save the life. Yeah, we lying.
Yeah.
As far as to each other, I don't think lying is a good thing. To each other.
I think when you lie to each other, it just comes back on you. Then you gotta remember too much work.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm a horrible liar. Like, I'll quit in the middle of my lie. Like, nah, baby, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. On a lie, we're so quick. I know it's coming.
Yeah. I think it does you a disservice. Like, if this is supposed to be your person, you're supposed to get to a point where you're like brutally honest, like, Yeah. And sometimes I am, and it just comes out. He's like, damn, where they come from?
Right.
So,
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all 100%. Real talk. I love my husband, right? But I look back at pictures. No, I'm saying it ain't no bash. He over here whispering in my ear, he's gonna bash talk. It's not bash talk, but I look back at pictures of myself from like a year, some change ago, when I was like $120 heavier, and I'm like, Melvin, don't you ever love me that much that you don't tell me that I look like that. Boy, don't you lie to me like that. You better tell you, hey, babe, hey, let's go for a walk, babe. I was like, babe, you a lying, babe. You a lying. He was like, man, I love you. I love me too. I love you too. But no.
He said, don't love me that much. I know that's
don't love me that much. I told her, don't love me that damn much.
I'm saying it won't nothing change. I mean, you still have energy.
He said that thing was still thinking though.
You know what I'm saying? But that thing is thinking more than that thing ain't thinking no more. No. That thing thinking more now though.
Okay, now we getting like Crucible Triple X.
Thinking for a long time. We've been thinking this thing since 97. Okay.
Right.
It's a 90s love.
What's not thinking?
Mm-hmm.
We got married in 2006.
Clean it up. Go and clean it up.
Yeah, clean it up.
Yeah, okay. Got you.
Look, people like, wait a minute, Malik is no.
Right. Hold on.
That pine salt on it. It'll clean it up. Go on, clean it up. That's all right.
Screaming in the church, is it?
Clean up. Okay, so here's the next question. When is a moment that you can think of that you were most proud of yourself? It could be before, it could be now, it could be, childhood, whatever, but a moment in your life. It could be marriage, it could be parenthood, whatever that is. A moment where you are most proud of yourself. And there may be more than one, right? There may be like for me, I think of when I became a mom and motherhood, like bringing children into the world is always going to be one of my top things, because I know the struggles of some people that have struggled to become moms. And then I know others that have struggled and not been able to become moms. And I know others that have been moms and have lost children. And, so I appreciate the beauty in that by itself. Right. Mm-hmm. So there may be some other things there as well. I will say for myself, I feel like this space I'm in right now is one of the most proud moments of myself that I'm in, because I have been grinding, and I must say, and I will say this publicly, Mama Desby, she had a post that she shared of me. I was just, y'all know I'm a very transparent person. When I'm experiencing stuff, I like to bring y'all in with me and let folk know what's going on or whatever. Just kind of let the vulnerable spaces, even in my life, I like to let in. And so when I saw the billboard for the first time with the kids on there, I mean, I'm like really in my feelings and I'm really having them. So I captured it and I'm like screaming and I'm sharing it, like showing, look at my babies or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she said, Apostle Desby shared a post of me doing that, but it was like, Tanya has been doing entertainment, you know, vocally, act, all this for decades. And it hit me in that moment, like, wow, Tanya, you really have been doing this a very long time in this Hampton Roads area across the gamut of, you know, so some of the things that I'm walking in, I'm like, I'm humbled by it all, but I'm also like, baby girl, you gotta stop being surprised by that too, because you've been grinding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so so now, you know what I mean? To start at 5, my first show at 8, and I'll be 42 this year. Don't you say damn. Don't you cap behind me. I tried to catch him before you said it. But like, that's a long time, right? And so
yes, it is.
I'm proud of where I am in this space, in this season.
Yeah.
You know, and one, people think it's a whole bunch of money right now. I'm like, no, this the grind. The grind ain't no money, baby.
Right.
But
the ground that's that groundwork. That's that framework for that
foundation.
Yep, that foundation for that big building that's coming.
That part.
Yeah.
So I will say this personally for me, while also giving y'all some time to think. For me, this is one of the most proud moments that I've had, because again, the recognition that, you know, City of Norfolk and Norfolk Arts and all of those individuals and entities are making with me has been off my own back. Like there's been no investors. That's me and this dude right here, like not paying the mortgage on the house to put a show on, or you know, to push out into something in the community because we believe in the content. You know what I mean? Be it domestic violence, the kids or whatever. So, for me, that's mine. That's mine right now. Right now.
That's good. Yep.
Yeah.
You've been on the grind. Yes. Yeah. I love it.
Congratulations on
Thank you.
Yes. Yep. Now and future. So good. Yeah. I think for me, probably one of my proudest moments came recently during the birth of my daughter, because I have 3 natural children, and so my first 2 were by C-section. Not because it was required or anything like that. Well, it was just more so I felt like they was gonna starve me to death, and I was like, let's get this, let's get this thing over with, I was like, I'm not for starving. So it wasn't anything that I had to do, but that's the route that was taken. So with my third child, I really, really wanted to try to have a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after a cesarean or C-section. And from the time that I went into the office until I gave birth to my child, all of the doctors said I would not be able to do it. Why are you doing this? We don't usually do this. You can't do it. And we're going to make you do it. And, all these different things. And I was most proud because I stood my ground against all of these doctors and everybody. And I got to that room and I said, this is the way that she's going to come out. I'm going to have this experience. And it actually ended in probably all the nurses and a couple doctors on that floor. Was in the room while I was delivering because they were just so shocked. And so probably the next 2 days I was there, everybody was like, oh, you're the one that, you did that and that. So it was very empowering for me to just stand in my own and say, this is how I'm going to do it. And it doesn't matter, all of your accolades or your education or any, I know I really took control of my situation, my body, and said, this is the way it's going to happen. And by, the grace of our higher power, I was able to do that. So that made me the most proud.
That's beautiful. And even that ownership and that power that you took in that moment, because oftentimes, especially us as African-American women, we're oftentimes not listened to in that room, right? And whatever that is with our bodies and decisions we're trying to make, even sometimes there's something may be wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being able to make certain things happen to get assistance or whatever. So for you being able to take that power and that ownership in that moment of your being and say, listen, no, I have the power to do this. I'll let you know if something don't feel right, but baby, I'm pulling from the inner up in here, honey. I know what I got going on.
Yep. That's beautiful. That's exactly what it was. And it was beautiful to have that moment. So I can say that I've had that moment. It was something that was very personal to me and something that is just a personal achievement. I wanted to feel that for myself. So yeah.
That's good. That's awesome.
Next.
Yep. A proud.
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh, okay. My bad. Proud moment for me, kind of, I guess where I am in my life. Like what Tanya said, like I'm proud of where I am. I've been through a lot of things, overcame anxiety, depression, found my wife, she accepted me for who I was, where I was. And we were able to purchase a home. I was blessed to not go without work during the pandemic. Checks kept coming. I actually got a new job during the pandemic. We got married during the pandemic.
You did a lot.
It was so beautiful too. It was so pretty.
Yeah. We did a lot during the pandemic.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I'm just proud of the perseverance to get me to this point. Like I'm feeling real grown out here. Credit looking good. You know what I mean? My wife is looking beautiful. Kids are good. And I'm in a great place. I'm
working on something.
Grown place. Right. You know what I'm saying? Take another sip, baby. Go ahead. Take another sip. Help me out. Come on, wine. Help me out, wine.
All right, so look, I'm gonna have a little bit of a confession moment because I even text. I hit Emily earlier. I was like, "Well, listen, I'm just gonna let you know we like to sip on our show." Like I told them we had to come up with a wine or cognac or something for a couple of conversations because everybody always sipping on the jank. And then I was like, they gonna get me because I ain't sipping that one time. But confessional moment, couples conversation, family. I was being grown earlier, and I was like, you know what? I don't have a whole bunch of meetings. I got a speaking engagement at ODU on Tuesday, and I got my presentation that thing. Shout out to my assistant. She got my thing all. And I was like, baby, we going to Bahama Breeze. I'm getting a drink. And I told Lynn, I was like, we going to the bar. Oh, boy, when I get home with you, and ain't no kids home.
Ooh.
Man, I had a Bahama Rita. That day is a frozen, like, margarita drink. It was so good. I drank that drink so fast.
Oh no!
I was in the car on the way home.
Oh, you
Oh no!
Oh,
not in the daytime.
Oh, not in the daytime.
Not a daytime drunk.
Oh my
daytime, dog. Daytime. She told the waitress, "Yeah, put me in the bar. We about to get drunk." I'm like, what?
Technically, I didn't say we're about to get drunk. I said we about to drink.
Oh yeah.
But then I got drunk.
Yeah. You know what? You better than me because when I get drunk or I have a couple good sips, ain't no falling asleep. I'm ready to freestyle.
Yeah, right.
Like,
you never know.
Like, don't think you gonna get me drunk because you
like,
gonna try to, you know.
Yo.
I do that too. Emily.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I do that too. I got one. Okay, I just so happened to have a karaoke gold and played it mic in my car. I just so happened to have it, so I kind of Bluetoothed it to the speaker, and then I was spitting bars because I got high fire. Especially when I'm mixed. Like I got bars.
I'm trying to put all her freestyles into one song. I just need a couple more bars, and I think I have a complete song.
First of all, we don't have to do that. We just Emily get together, 1 and 2. And me and Emily get together, and then they're gonna be the rest of the bars right there because she's gonna pick up where I
right
there you go. Yeah. I turned into a straight up freestyle rap artist.
So y'all two gonna be in a quarter. Are they arguing? No, they just rapping.
They rapping.
Aggressive,
real aggressive right now. That's aggressive poetry right there.
Yes. Are they about to fight?
Right.
No, they hugging. They fine. They hugging. All right, Mary's crew, what you got for us?
Oh,
proud moment.
Okay, I'm proud for a lot of different things.
Right.
Thankfully, like my aunt Eleanor Cannon, God bless her soul. She was like, God celebrates you. The devil is spending all his time doing that thing. She was like, but God is celebrating you. Celebrate yourself. And so I'm proud of myself if I drink, that extra bottle of water that I said I was going to drink. I was like, yo, I'm gonna hit 6 today. I hit 6, and I'm proud of myself. If I get the family all together, if I have a picture where we all say cheese, where Zach looks straight ahead at the same time, Lourdes doesn't do too much head. I don't know. You know how this stuff works.
Yes.
I'm just like, when you get out on time from work and you remember your coffee, I'm saying no. How many people have left the mug on the table? You get in your car, you like, dang, it was delicious. So I'm proud of myself when I'm on time, when I got the coffee, when the kids is dropped off, and my song come on as I pull in the parking lot. I mean, you gotta celebrate all the small victories, and so
absolutely.
I'm proud. I'm proud I was on time, cuz. I'm proud I was here.
Yes, you was.
Love it.
I'm here for it. Yeah, I think tonight, like I said, we wanted to kind of talk a little bit about values and just kind of get an idea and opinion of, some of the things that you all may feel. So, like, for example, one of the questions is, go ahead.
This is another question. What is the most important lesson to teach a child?
There are lots, but what are some of the most important lessons to teach a child?
Self-love, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Self-love.
And I think that has to be first.
Yeah.
I think that has to be first. I feel like we don't do that enough. Like that, we don't talk about that enough. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying it because I'm saying it to me. Like, I'm even working on that now, trying to work on that now. And I'm an adult, like I'm grown, but like trying to work on self, and
yeah, I've never had that problem.
I know
there was always other people who made me unhappy.
No, I mean, like, take care of yourself.
Oh, yeah, I take care of myself first.
No.
Yeah, definitely self-love, and I guess to piggyback off of that, or kind of in that same line, self-worth. And I think I try to implement that in my children at a very, very young age. Ever since my children were about 2, they always had nighttime affirmations. I'm a strong, young, Black, intelligent, handsome, beautiful queen or king. And they repeat that nightly so that they know they don't have to ever look outside themselves to, say society, for validation, and say society, I supposed to be this type of way, but they know truly who they are, even when society's going crazy. I'm firm in who I am, and I can live in my truth. And that's something that I try to implement very, very early on. So as they go through life, they're solid, they're firm-footed, and they're saying, I'm comfortable with me, whatever that may look like.
And you did that like every night?
Every night.
Until they got to...
Every night, even sometimes in the morning before they go to school, until they got it down. They got it down until they can say it to
and it's the same words?
Same words. I am a strong, young, Black, intelligent, handsome, or beautiful king or queen.
I like that.
Yep. Every night. Even when my daughter was first learning to speak, this is what I want implemented, because society will try to tear you down. They'll try to, compare you, and, you're supposed to look a certain way or act a certain way or be a certain way. It's just like, no, be myself. I'm comfortable with who I am. I may be quirky, or I may be, shy, or I may be different, and that's okay. So love yourself.
I like that.
Yeah.
And do y'all feel like...
I love a good mantra.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like,
my kids and their mantra.
Dre, do you mind sharing the one that y'all do?
The kids have they say it whether I say it or not now. But
they know it down, like since they was babies, like since they was.
So we would, in the morning, we do a call and response. So I say, have a great day, do great things, kick butt, and take names. Every day you are armed with Gigi and Gma, that's their grandparents. Gigi and Gma spirit and God's love. Who loves you? Mommy loves me. Daddy loves me. Bubby loves me. Sissy loves me. And be safe, be careful, and most importantly, come back to me. Come back to you. And that's how they do it every day.
Love that. Yeah.
Yes. And when I tell you that back and forth,
since they were 2, my daughter is 11.
They were little. Like, they used to leave from my house to go to school in the morning, and they would do that, and I'd just be like, and I'd be waiting for that, and come back to me on the end.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful, because you think about, like, maybe we didn't have those things, and our generation coming up, and how can we make that change into the next generation? And that's just beautiful. I love that. That
you can give your children everything you want and some things you don't want.
But, oh yeah,
we are. I think for me, I think one of the lessons I like Tanya said, there's so many. Like, boys, don't pee on the floor. Like, seriously, like it's the floor. You missed completely. No, but okay. Discernment. As your children grow older, discernment becomes so important. Just a simple line I say to my daughter is, know your mother. Know your mother. So for all of us, that means different things, right? Because we all got different moms or different matriarchs in our family and our lives. But if I say that to you, know your mother, that means when you go to do something, your mother is your conscience. She is the voice you hear. That should ring in you discernment to say, you know what, should I do this knowing my mother's response, not just the general situation? Should I know this? Should I do this during my own home situation? Everything your friend do is not what you can do.
Yeah.
Right. On paper, y'all are the same. But in your house, you are not.
Yes.
If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you do it? Mom, you know what? Knowing you, I would jump off the bridge out of fear that you might beat me for coming back and telling the story and not being. I shouldn't have been there. Mom. But however it works for you,
I'm jumping off the bridge.
It's so important for a child to have, because that's where you start to question that you ignorant or you don't have common sense, but it's really discernment. That we gotta push and pour into them. At least for that's one of my main.
Melvin's crazy. Excuse him, Lance and Emily. Y'all.
Nah, we good.
Melvin is the type dude that be like, man, if everybody jumping, it's got to be a reason. Like,
if everybody jumping off the bridge, it's got to be a reason. Because I know everybody on this bridge can't swim.
I had no business being there, Melvin. Everybody jumping off the bridge, I had no business being there. I shouldn't even be able to tell the story of everybody jumping off the bridge.
Yeah, we jumped off that bridge. I'm jumping.
I'm gonna be shocked like everybody. They jumped off.
There better be a good dang on reason why I jump off that bridge, because they
right. That part. Yeah. Okay, so our next question is, what inspires you to better yourself? Is it external? Is it relationships? Whatever that is, what inspires you to better yourself? Is it self?
I would say, my children, being better for my children inspires me to be better. And, my own personal goals that I set for myself, it's always, what's the next thing to do? It's always something to do. It's always some area to grow in. It's always something to learn. So I think it's a continuation of just getting to the next level of whatever that is, and to see what's going to come out of it. What can I create from this vibration that I'm at now? And moving forward, it motivates me to keep going, to see what's next, see what's new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you got a lot of little people looking up at you, is that keeps the fire going in you. But for me, it's definitely myself. I compete with myself. How can I one up myself? I say, how can I be better today or this week or this month or this year than I was before? How can I create something greater? How can I impact more people You know, how can I be an influence to more people? You know, it's really about self, making sure that if I were to die, no matter when I die, that I don't die full, but that I die empty. And I know that I put out everything that I was supposed to put out, and I just didn't waste anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I think my biggest motivation for me, again, is my kids. My mister right here, right? But that self piece for me, I have a t-shirt that says me versus me. Because I don't want anybody to think I'm in competition with any of them. Honestly, I want to see it all win. Yeah. I keep trying to tell people at the table, hey, Colleen. Colleen says she got on here a little bit late, but she said, hey, y'all. Hey, Emily. Hey, Lance.
Hey. What's up, sis?
What's going on, Jara? She said she so loved the conversation. Thank you, Jara.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, Jara, hey.
But yeah, so that me versus me thing, like I tell people all the time, I'm like, the table's big enough if you literally take like 3 steps back from it. Like, don't even give up your plate. Like, take your plate, keep eating, and take 3 steps back. You look back, you be like, literally the table's long enough for everybody to eat. And not only eat, but go back and get seconds. And there's still empty spaces at the table that got a plate at it. Ain't nobody even got to it yet. Like, it literally is that long, right?
Yeah.
So, what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The metaphor.
Oh, metaphor. I'm sorry.
Yo, this is him all the time. Well, anyway, but that whole thing, that me versus me thing, like I motivate me because I push me. I want to be better than I was yesterday, last week, last year. You know, same thing, same kind of concept. Just because I want to do more for myself and for my community as well. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, Brandon? Hey, Brandon's up here with us. He said when he wakes up, it inspires him because, you know, life is the richest thing to have, and that motivates him to be a better him. That's what's up, Brandon.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
What about y'all, Maze? What about you, Bang?
What motivates me?
Anything?
See, now he tight.
Uh-oh.
We motivate.
What?
That's some motivation right there in the background. We are motivated by our responsibilities, but that's like we're motivated for our commitment to this, like the plan, the greater good of us. So then that makes us committed to our responsibilities. It's not that it's like, oh, I'm working every day because I got to do this. No, I'm working to a point. I'm working to an end for the benefit of, for the greater good of, till we stop doing this, till the work turns to more work, but in a work that's more fulfilling. How about that? When you get to the work that's the most fulfilling, because I don't believe there's this point where nobody's working. When you do what you love, you never work. I don't believe in that. You do what you love, and it's a lot of work, and it just pours into you for once instead of you just pouring into it. That's the difference. So I'm motivated to get to that point where all that I work for is pouring into me just as much as I'm pouring into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jara said he's motivated by our passions to change too.
We doing this so we can work hard and grow these kids up so they can get the hell away from us. All that politics.
What he said.
I'm working my ass off so I can get their ass to a nice place so they can survive and be able to be competent and get the hell away from me so we can enjoy our life.
It's empty.
It's
empty.
I know that's right.
There go my motivation right there.
Motivation.
That came from the soul. That came from
they're killing me right now.
Y'all go outside for a minute. I know it's nighttime. Y'all go outside just to I can feel that a little bit.
I love it.
Sir.
All right, our last question for the night. This has been a great conversation, y'all, tonight. Our last question for tonight is, when it comes to things that may motivate you, does praise or criticism motivate you more? Are you more motivated by praise, or are you more motivated by criticism?
Oh, I'm gonna say the Capricorn in me wants that criticism, because that's what fuels me to say, you know what, I'm gonna prove you wrong. In fact, I'm gonna do it better than you ever thought.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna surprise you with it, like now, and then don't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
So I mean, praise. Of course, I think you need an equal balance to, just being for real. You need an equal balance, and yeah, it's nice and all, but that criticism, it gives you a different type of fire, gives you a different type of push, and and I like a good challenge. I never back down from a challenge, ever.
Yeah.
So
I love that, and I love how Lance know that too. He like ever.
Ever.
Look, sometimes I gotta calm her down. Like, baby, it's just a McMuffin. I'm good. I'll eat the McMuffin. Like, nah, you said you wanted the chicken biscuit. We going back.
Right, we going back.
Get it right. I'm like, baby, you gotta go to work.
Somebody said praise, because I'm gonna criticize you back.
Right.
It's like, calm down. I love it. Like,
Jar said praise because positive reinforcement reigns supreme.
Yeah.
Diana said constructive criticism.
I think it depends on who giving you the criticism.
I totally agree with you, Melvin. We right there. I gotta value.
It depends on who.
They gotta be constructive, just don't.
It doesn't even have to be constructive. If I don't value you, your comments mean nothing. That's the cancer. If you're somebody I value, your praise motivates me. If you're somebody I value, your criticism will also motivate me. Same way. I gotta show them better than I could tell them, right? But if I don't value you, I don't give a good God, holy moly, what came out your mouth. Peace be with Jersey. Keep it moving.
Yes. Yes, she's from Jersey.
Yeah, she's from Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
Yeah, when she said that, holy moly, I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Still comes
That's
out.
real. But you're
I gotta
saying
care.
praise and criticism are two sides after the same coin, so he actually welcomes both.
Yeah, I hear you.
Constructive though, like just don't. If you criticize and just to criticize, you a hater.
You hating.
Yeah.
You just hating.
And you know what? I feel kind of like Emily was saying too, because like for me, it's something about that no. oh, really? Right? Like I almost take it like really personal. Like even when we did a thing this summer with the kids, you know what I'm saying, with like Booker T that workout, and it was like, no. Oh, really? Okay. And so I had to upgrade them. Okay, let me show you how we about to really get down.
Right. And you thought I couldn't freestyle on
you thought, let me show you. How's that? Don't believe me, just watch.
Hey.
So yeah, but I do see what Drea saying and Melvin said too about that, depending on who the person is. But see, in that situation, I didn't even technically know them, and I still felt like,
really?
you know what I'm saying? Like I still feel, what you mean no? Like it's the baby, right? It's the kids. Oh, okay. All right, watch me work.
Okay, right. Okay. Then just hit it with a little hair flip. Okay.
Right. Hit my locks. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. I it was in his face. I'm sorry.
they swanging, sis. They swanging.
What you got, Drea? Mar, what you got?
Both.
Okay.
Life is like a scale, so you need praise and criticism at the same time.
Yeah.
And it also depends on who you criticize and who you praising. So both of them are both necessarily needed to carry through this land.
Yeah. And would y'all give somebody, they might not ask for criticism, but would you give it if you know that person, and let's say I know positive criticism works for this individual. I know
negative. We've been married 7. Wait.
You don't know. You don't. It ain't just me and you. Just
that's true.
You don't know. That's why you gotta have both.
We've been married 17 years. Sometimes you just gotta take it. Yes. Like I love all the people and the love languages, and my love language is this, and so he need to give it to me this way for me to receive it. Okay, some shit you gotta receive not your normal way. I mean, if the Amazon man leave a package at the back door, you just not gonna take it because he didn't bring it to the front door. He didn't bring it to the front door. I don't even I'm not gonna open that box. He did not bring it to my door, so I'm not gonna open. No, go get your box, bring it in your house, and give it to you. I'm just saying. At 17 years, sometimes you gotta get it the way it need to be got. So we got criticism and we got praise. Damn, you hooked this up. Like I'm saying you did. And then it's like, ooh, did you mix up the salt? Like did you over 40? You know good and well you gotta taste that. Taste that. So it's a balance, you know. Sometimes you're gonna get it with some love, and sometimes it's not gonna come that way. But as long as it's not even constructive all the time, because it could be stupid things. But as long as you know, like I said, the person is valued, you can get either one, and it motivates you as long as you value the person that it's coming from.
Right.
That's what makes it constructive. I can say something to you, and if you don't value me, you'll never take it. You'll never put 2 and 2 together and get to 4. Mm-hmm. But if you value what that person says, whether it's put in the right way, you will think about it. You will be like, let me see if I can understand their perspective. Their value to you will make their criticism or their praise the gas you need to push forward.
Yeah. Jar was on here. She said she had a boss that told her that they should make it a sandwich. Do praise, criticism, and then praise.
Yep. Sandwich method.
You gotta have both of them.
Make a sandwich.
You gotta have both.
Bashir, what you got? Bashir says humility is the key. It takes humility to receive and humility to comprehend hate. Arrogance will never flourish or grow. It only swells.
Yep.
That's real talk, Bashir.
I like that. Yep. I like
that. Shout out to co-founder Black Brand. Hey. Yeah, him and his wife Blair Durham are doing lovely things with Black Brand. Good stuff.
Awesome.
But again, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight for Couples Conversations. We're gonna keep this conversation going. Again, we started Couples Conversation it's supposed to be a one-off before we did our virtual entertainment experiences with TRS Productions, and people were like, "No, y'all got to keep it going, keep the conversation." Yeah. We love this. We love these conversations. We love the real talk and the real couples. So we're gonna keep the thing going. We did have our last show, which was a live in-person recording, and this is our virtual joint. We're gonna try to keep them alternating every other. So we would love to have the Thompson crew back with us. Hey, crew's been with us a couple times. We always have a fun time. Yes. So y'all are always welcome to join us any and every time we are on. Yeah, feel free to join us. We have real couples, real talk, real conversation. Thanks again for joining us.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
What she said.